In tonight's Made in Maryland, one Baltimore woodworker has made a lifelong career out of turning blocks of wood into works of art. I had a chance to visit with him recently to find out how he does it. A visit to Mark Supik and Company here in East Baltimore is like taking a trip back in time. Their wood shop is filled with an impressive set of lathes and older equipment, all being used to craft items such as these beautiful bowls and beer taps. You've probably seen these at one of the local microbreweries. Joining me now to talk a little bit more about this is Mark himself. Pleasure to speak with you.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine.
So you were telling me you've been in this space since 1981.
That's correct.
Talk to me a little bit about this space, because coming back here, you don't really expect it from the outside.
No, it's an old industrial building. It's about 100 years old. And it's been many tenants in here over the years, all sorts of things.
Right.
But we've been here since '81, and we've been specializing in woodwork and architectural turning since then.
And how did you get involved? You were telling me earlier, Micah grad?
That's right. I'm a Micah grad, sculpture major. They had a woodworking program there called Art Furniture, and I got involved with that, which was a semi-sculptural thing, and they had lathes there. And that's where I learned turning.
And did you know that that was going to be something that was going to end up being your lifelong career?
Well,
or?
not at the time, but it kind of led that way. It led that direction.
One thing grew into another.
Exactly right. Exactly.
Okay. Well, then let's get to some of the lathes here, because it's pretty impressive, some of the stuff you do. Talk to me about this, because you were telling me earlier that you pretty much take these square blocks and turn them into wooden circular designs. So this is a wooden block, and you're trying to create what?
We're going to copy a design that a customer brought in. This is a piece of a chair leg, a chair rung that someone brought in, and we broke it, so when they need to make another piece just like it.
All right, I'll let you get to work.
And what I would do is turn the motor on, and it's going to start spinning.
Let me back up here. I know about those wood chips. And in just a few passes, I mean, that quickly, you were able to make it into that kind of a circular design.
Exactly.
So how long would it take you to finish that piece?
About 15 minutes.
And how are you able to create it? Because I don't see any kind of design plans or anything here.
No, but visually, we can, through experience, we have been able to do this. We can measure the diameters with calipers such as this, and that would tell us the diameter, and when we hold this up to it, we can strike lines on it, and that would give us the layout left to right.
Wow.
And that's how it's been done for hundreds of years.
That's pretty impressive. Okay, so your son is also working on another lathe, which is a larger, bigger one. Talk to me a little bit about how this one is primarily used and what you can create with it.
Okay, we had this lathe set up to do what is called faceplate work. It's just on a large disc. A piece of wood is mounted, and we can turn large diameter pieces. We are doing some mirror frames right now, and these are a copy of a 19th century product, 19th century mirror frame, and we do these for a local furniture company.
And that's something that you've been doing for quite some time, doing pieces for local furniture company. I mean, give me an idea of your client base.
We work for some stair companies that need custom work done. We work for furniture companies that need, obviously, round pieces done, pieces of furniture, pieces of moldings, curved moldings, picture frames, mirror frames, round tables is an example.
Porch posts, I mean.
Porch posts, we do this for lumber yards. We do columns for exteriors of houses. You know, anything that's round that goes into a house, into a building.
You pretty much can create it.
We can do it, yes.
And this is a family-owned and operated business. You've got your wife working in the back office. Talk to me about your son. How long has he been involved doing this?
He's been here about 3 or 4 years. He actually is a graduate of Towson. He has a literature degree, but he's been turning since he was a child.
Right.
And my nephew is here. He's also a Towson grad. He went to art program there. He's an amazing turner. And then my niece is also works here. She does all of our painting, all of our finishing. She casts the tap handles. My wife Nancy is in the back. She runs the office. She does all of our website work, all of our advertising and so forth.
Really is family run. Okay, so 75% of the business has to do with this, and then 25% has to do with something awfully interesting called beer taps. So
beer taps, exactly.
We're going to go take a look at the lovely display Mark has set up in the back.
Okay, very good.
Well, Mark, I can honestly say you have quite a collection of beer taps here. How did you originally get involved with making beer taps?
Our first customer was Theo DeGrone, who had the Baltimore Brewing Company downtown near Little Italy. He came to us. He wanted a handle that was unique because he couldn't find anything out there that was commercially available.
Right.
He provided us with a label. We designed a handle that would fit his label, and it was turned on a lathe. Just it suited everything else that we did. So he was the first one.
Okay, and then, so this is something that's pretty simple, and then this is something that's a little bit more ornate, talking about the Brewer's Art one.
Okay, Brewer's Art sells a beer at the stadium. It's called Birdhouse Ale, and this is a baseball bat, the handle of a baseball bat, which we turn on a lathe.
Right.
This is a Birdhouse, which is not turned on a lathe.
Okay.
We label it with the name of their beer.
Okay.
And it's a very distinctive tap.
And is it a collaboration in terms of the design between what you put together and then
Yes.
what you, both you guys working together?
Exactly.
So how many beer taps would you say you've made over the years?
I would say well over 100, quite a few.
And they're all pretty unique.
They're all very unique. It's very unique, yes.
And if you don't have a microbrewery and you just want to maybe do your own customized beer tap, you can create that as well. Talk to me about this piece right here.
Okay, this is a beer bottle shape. This is exactly the size of a real glass bottle. Folks that wanted to give a wedding gift to a couple sent us the graphic. We printed it. We put it on the label. It had the commemorative date and all the information. And this was a gift.
And this is something that they can customize on your website. You were saying you have templates and everything?
Exactly right. There's templates for each of the shapes. So when you just hand us the graphic, we can mount it and put it on the handle, and we'll send it back to you completed.
And how do you get this wood to look like an actual beer bottle?
Well, that's the magic of finishing. Danielle is our finisher, and she is gifted with turning a block of wood into making it look like a glass bottle.
Excellent. And then last but not least, you also have wood turning workshops. What exactly can you learn in those classes?
Well, we can learn everything from very basic wood turning for people who have never even seen a lathe before, up to advanced turnings with all kind of elaborate techniques. And you can go home with projects. You go home with finished pieces.
What are some of the pieces that you can possibly make?
Well, we start with a little honey dipper. People can make things such as handles for fly swatters. They can make rolling pins. They can make bowls, knitting needles. Oh gosh, all sorts of things. Anything that's round and out of wood, you can make it on a lathe, and we'll teach you how to do it.
Wow, well, I'd like to take a chance at one of those workshops.
Sure.
Well, thank you. Let me take this back from you, Mark.
Okay.
It was a pleasure to speak with you.
Thanks, Yolanda.
Thanks so very much. And if you'd like to find out more information about Mark Supik and Company, just log on to our website at mpt.org and click on Your Money in Business. And Mark was talking earlier about some of those bowls that you can make in some of the classes. This one is made right here from walnut, and you can see a little bit of the tree bark on the side. Pretty cool stuff, right? And that's our program. Tune in every Thursday at this time for Your Money and Business. Friday on